Welcome to the Newark Regional Business Partnerships Engage and Exchange podcast. Join us for business insights and meaningful conversations with NRBP's member organizations. Thank you to our podcast host sponsor, the Martin Tuchman School of Management at NJIT. Additional support for NRBP's Engage and Exchange podcast is provided by PSEG, New Jersey Urban News, Main Street Advisory, LLC. Hello, I'm Ferlanda Fox-Nixon, President and CEO of the Newark Regional Business Partnership. Today's guest is Carol Losos. She's the Executive Director for GlassRoots. Welcome.
Thank you.
We'd like to start off by learning just a little bit about you.
You bet. I am a native Midwesterner, transplanted to New Jersey, but 3 decades ago now, I believe. I studied art history in college and wasn't sure where you went from that, but I discovered a love for art and arts education and began my career as a museum educator at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. And I learned very quickly that my passion could also become my job and my career. And I've spent my career working in the field of arts education and arts administration, working to create access and opportunities for everyone in the arts space.
That's great. So now talk about GlassRoots. What is it?
GlassRoots is a nonprofit glass art center located in downtown Newark. We have been here for almost 25 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. In the next year or so, we'll be celebrating that. We provide glass arts education for all ages 10 and above. Not everybody knows that. We provide high-quality glass arts and life skill education for Newark's students, young people. But we also, or I should say, and we also provide those same glass experiences for young adults and adults. And what that looks like is glass blowing class. That's on a lot of people's bucket list. Team experiences for the corporations, Prudential, Audible, businesses all around Newark and northern New Jersey come to us for that. It's private events. You could have your birthday party at GlassRoots. Okay. And it's rental space for artists. And one more thing I'd like to add, we also make glass art.
Okay.
And we're a small business that employs glass artists, and we create beautiful objects that local and really national organizations purchase from us to honor individuals.
Talk a little bit more about your retail arm of your organization.
Sure. We call it our commissions and awards line. And we have a signature line of glass awards that start at $200 and above. We also make bespoke awards that are a little more expensive. They're produced in our studios here in downtown Newark. And every glass award is touched by 4 artists before they reach the client.
So that makes it one of a kind.
It is one of a kind. It's handmade. No one is exactly like the other. Their creativity, and they all go to an individual who is honored with a one-of-a-kind art piece and made in GlassRoots by GlassRoots artists.
So talk to us about your success stories, particularly a story that involves at-risk youth.
Sure. Really, the core of GlassRoots' mission is to work with Newark youth and young adults. And we've been doing that for 25 years. That's what we started doing. And so we have a lot of those stories, so I'd love to share a couple of them with you. I'll just use their first names. Yes. There's Richard, who we love to talk about. Richard has been with GlassRoots for 20 years. He started as a middle school student in a summer camp program. And he fell in love with glass and kept coming back. He interned with us. He took classes with us. He traveled abroad with GlassRoots opportunities, and he became a teacher.
That's awesome. That's a great story.
And he has taught, he is a beautiful glass artist also, and makes small sculptures in our flame shop. And he has trained most of our GlassRoots flame working artists, who are quite honestly 3 times his age.
Wow.
And he graduated recently with his Bachelor in Fine Arts from Rutgers, Newark.
That's wonderful.
And is now a full-time glass teaching artist at GlassRoots. And so he's a real shine and story. But there's also Andy, who started with us as a glass art intern during his summers while he was at Rutgers, New Brunswick. He was studying art and sculpture. He came to us through a program, and in the summer, when our interns do a lot of teaching of Newark public school systems, public school students who are in summer camp. And Andy wanted to be an artist. He still wants to be an artist, but he fell in love with teaching. And he is now an art teacher at North Star Academy around the corner from GlassRoots. And he attributes that to GlassRoots and his time spent with us.
Oh, you can see that. I can definitely see that connection.
And I would be amiss if I didn't talk about one of our favorite success stories.
Okay.
And that is NRBP's Maya Curry.
Oh, okay.
Who also has taken glass classes and has been an intern, and then after she graduated, also worked at GlassRoots. And I believe we had to give her up to NRBP. But
Yes, and we're happy that you made the sacrifice.
You're welcome.
Awesome, awesome.
Can I add one more
You sure
success
can.
story? Because it's not just students, it's not just young people who find success at GlassRoots. It's really adults also who discover their creativity, their joy, and GlassRoots is a wellness space as well. And I'm just thinking of a woman named Claudia who has recently found a home at GlassRoots. She's an emergency room nurse. She took a class in our flame shop with Richard, of course. And she fell in love with glass and glass making. And now she came back for one class and another class and another. And now she rents space from us regularly because she finds it's a place of creativity, wellness. It's a mental health space. And that's a story that we've heard repeated again and again. I mean, we've even been told that glass blowing are people's therapy sessions.
Okay. And I guess you could say that about the arts in general.
You
right?
can. You most
And
definitely.
people don't really focus on that, the wellness piece of art. Of course, it's also the humanity piece of the arts, but it's also the wellness piece.
It is
right?
both of them.
Right.
And it's not an or a but.
Right.
It's really all, which is amazing what the arts do. We believe that the arts are so important in providing this education for young people, but we also believe everybody is creative and everybody needs creativity in their life. And GlassRoots is there for you.
So now, as a Midwesterner, right, who's been displaced and now calls Newark your home as far as your profession, talk about Newark. What is it about Newark that you find exciting, intriguing? What is it about the city?
Thank you so much. I came to Newark 4 years ago as executive director. I made the big cross of the line from Hudson County, where I've lived for 20 years. Newark is both a small neighborhood and a city, an urban space, and it offers both at the same time. I was immediately welcomed by the arts community in Newark and found it a really quick way to get to know people and the places. I found I was welcomed by the people who come to GlassRoots and work at GlassRoots and experience it. Newark is a creative arts place, too. The history of the arts in Newark go just so way back, and it's really intrinsic to the story of Newark. And, of course, we found that that's been supported by the institutions, the elected officials through the years. And I don't think that you can describe Newark and the qualities of Newark without referring to how strong the arts are here.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. The culture and the art scene is probably second to none on the East Coast. So, I thank you for that answer.
And that's too surprising to too many people,
Right.
right? It shouldn't be hidden or unknown. There's studies that support that. But it's really true. And once somebody lands here in our neighborhood around, they quickly discover it and keep coming back.
Right, right. Now, as far as GlassRoots, what do you have on the horizon as far as growth, as far as scale? What's new?
What's new? So GlassRoots has been growing every year since I've been here. In the past year, we reached 5,000 people with, believe it or not, almost 25,000 hours of arts programming. That's a 20% increase over last year. We're looking forward to another increase this year and next year as we expand our program. So we've been offering more and more every year programs for adults to take. Again, if it's your bucket list, come to us. We'll teach you. There's more programs on weekends and evenings.
Okay.
And with this growth, we're also looking to expand our space.
Wonderful.
And we're looking to move just down the road from where we are now. Still, we're going to stay in the Arts and Education District in Newark.
Makes sense.
Into a neighborhood that's called Teachers Village. It's right around the corner from City Hall, and some other great institutions at the other end of Halsey Street. It'll be twice our size. We'll be ground floor.
Okay.
With big windows, so even when we're not open, you can peer in and you can see our furnaces glowing. And we really look forward to being an anchor at that end of Halsey and helping to provide programming and wake up the neighborhood in the evenings and offer something for everybody there, whether they're walking to City Hall for work, they're going to the Prudential Center, or they live in the neighborhood, to find opportunities to make art and be an economic driver in the community as well.
That's great. Now, I feel like you've already said something quite positive about NRBP with your shout out to Maya, but is there anything that you would want to share with the audience about why you've joined NRBP and what you've benefited from your membership?
Sure. So NRBP, I should have said, was also one of the places that welcomed me when I came to Newark. I found it as a great shortcut to get to know the community in Newark, the people, and get to know people. And that's really an important part of NRBP. It's been great for networking.
Awesome.
There is no question that it's great for networking. And I have been able, this is a very particular one. We needed a lawyer for a project. I went to a networking event. I met somebody there, and I was able to use their expertise for a project that we were working on. I meet people who are potential clients for us, too. We can make awards, employee recognition awards for them, which happened with Zago Industries when we went to the manufacturing program. Thank you, NRBP, for that.
You're welcome.
But you know what else is really important to GlassRoots as a nonprofit? I appreciate that you welcome nonprofits into NRBP as an important part of the membership. But what you also offer to us is recognizing us as a small business in Newark, and that creates a community that I don't reach through our other membership organizations. And I'm really appreciative of that support and also that network that benefits us. So thank you.
And we're happy to do that, and we hope to continue to keep you happy. Our inspirational quote for today is, "A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new," by Albert Einstein. Thank you for listening to NRBP's Engage and Exchange podcast. Tune in next time for more NRBP member organization insights. For more information about our organization, visit www.newarkrbp.org. Thank you again to our podcast host sponsor, the Martin Tuchman School of Management at NJIT. Additional support for NRBP's Engage and Exchange podcast is provided by PSEG, New Jersey Urban News, Main Street Advisory, LLC.